Hello everyone, this is Anne recording from my kitchen in Ashburton in Devon, and this short video is on how to throw a virtual party, which could be useful to many of us during the continuing lockdown. So let me just share my personal story. 2 years ago it was my 60th birthday. Now I'm an August birthday, and many of us born that month have memories of trying to have birthday parties when we were children, which just were unsuccessful because our friends were away on holiday. So I'm wary of big parties, so I really felt like I'd like one for a big party. In the end, I decided that I was going to go away travelling over my birthday, and I thought, how can I celebrate with my friends even though I'm going to be away in another country? And what I decided to do was to hold a virtual party. So a month before my birthday, I wrote to all my friends, either electronically or by hand, and explained the plan. And I asked if they could contribute in 3 ways to my party. The first was, could they share a memory or a photograph of a time that we'd spent together? The second way was, could they suggest a track, a music track or song for my birthday playlist? And finally, I asked if my friends could go onto a website which has a description of hundreds of different kinds of gin, and could they recommend a gin based purely on the description that was how they saw my spirit in life. So a memory, a track which would represent how I dance through life, and a gin to represent my spirit. And then my plan was that I could stream the music wherever I was in the world, look at the memories, and that when I got home I could order the gins that I fancied as little miniatures and have a selection of different gins from all of my friends. Well, things went to plan in some ways, but not others. In the end, I was unable to go on the trip, so I was at home anyway, but I didn't let many people know that. But I can tell you, on my own, largely, in my house that day, I had the best birthday of my life. So it was completely fantastic to read all these memories and look at the photographs. I have never felt so loved and connected in all my life. It felt as though my house was filled with happiness because I printed off the messages and the photographs and attached them as if like washing on a washing line, and had them pinned up all round my house. So the whole house was full of happiness and love for me. Then it came to the music track list. Well, you know, your friends can't stop at one. So in the end, I had 4 hours of music which I could play all day long and dance to. Now, the recommendations for the gin. Well, for some reason, lots and lots and lots of people decided to send me actual bottles of gin. And at one point, I actually had 42 different gins in my house. But they've kept me going for 2 years, so I'm not complaining. And it also gave me the perfect excuse to invent the gin soiree, where just up to 12 people would come over one evening for a convivial party where there were few enough people to talk and to get to know one another. So it was a resounding success, and I'd recommend this to any of you who have got some sort of celebration and you're worried that being in lockdown you won't be able to enjoy it. Well, you could. It could be the best celebration of your life. Now, I know that there are lots of other ways of people having virtual parties 2 years down the line. So lots of people are using Zoom, for example, or other platforms platforms which enable us to have multiple faces and voices on a screen, and you might like to use one of those. Some people who are on their own are simply putting an appeal out on social media. I'm 100, can I get 100 happy birthdays? And they're feeling touched even when total strangers send a happy birthday wishing. Now this could work for other forms of celebration. It could work for a baby naming ceremony. Obviously you wouldn't send gin to the baby, but if everybody suggested one quality that they hope that child grows up with, or one hope for that child's life in our changed world, it would be amazing. And the parents can keep a record of all of that, and the child can enjoy it as they grow up. It would also work to mark significant occasions, like having had the virus and coming out of hospital, when you still need to be in relative isolation and you haven't got much energy, but how wonderful for everybody to be wishing you a speedy recovery with a short video, a photograph, a message, photographs of happy, healthy times. Even very serious ceremonies can be held virtually, one of which is funerals. So for several years now, funeral directors have been offering webcasting. So either they live stream the ceremony as it takes place, so that people all around the world can view it, or they video it, and that link's available to those that are given a login code. And it's possible to have incredibly special funeral ceremonies organised for you remotely. So funeral directors who've been trained by different organisations in the UK, for example, very local to me, Heart and Soul Funerals, will interview the people who are close to the deceased and bring together a most beautiful tribute that either a member of the family or a loved one can read, or that the funeral director will read. They can also stream the music that you would like played and have other readings like poems, possibly even a video of the deceased when they were still here to be celebrated and enjoyed. So these are just some of the ways it is possible to still celebrate during these challenging times, and I wish those of you who've got birthdays coming up a very special day. Thanks for watching.